Hello folks, this is Travis of Elliston Equine Solutions. I hope you're doing well in your living rooms or wherever you're at watching this video. Please hit like and subscribe button if you really like this video. Today we're going to talk about grooming. Grooming is a fantastic thing because you're trying to clean the areas that you're going to have a piece of tack on, okay? So it doesn't create irritant of any piece of leather, any piece of wool, any piece of felt, whatever piece of tack you have on the animal. If the horse feels good and it's not going to be in a bad mood, you're going to have a better ride for it. Okay, second reason we do grooming, okay, is it's very relaxing for the horse. Very relaxing for yourself. There's been studies of how relaxing grooming is that it's just unbelievable, okay? And I highly recommend it. That's why therapeutic riders use it. It's why you always see a lot of, hey there, buddy. Yeah. You have a lot of people sitting there, especially little girls and stuff, that love grooming, and bless their heart, they're great at it, okay? There's a lot of benefit of it. Third thing is when I'm working with clients, I'm trying to teach them to use their natural aids, which means their left hand, left leg, right foot, and be able to groom. We're going to talk about power grooming here in this video, okay? Another thing that we're trying to do is try to desensitize the horse to any area that might be sensitive. So we're constantly grooming those areas. I should be able to touch from the nose hairs to the tail hairs of a horse without having any issues, okay? So that's one of the benefits of being able to work with a horse, okay, and doing the grooming. Grooming is splendid, and you always got to do it pre-ride, and a lot of times you got to do it after a ride. And I'll show you a future video of that in the future, okay? This is Kip right here. We're going to use Kip for this demonstration. And some of the tools I have, you can have a bucket, or you can have like I got this old wood grooming box, and everybody has their own set of tools, their own way of doing it. And for example, some people drive Chevys, some people drive Ford, some people drive Dodges. I'm not going to tell you what to put in your grooming box. You just use your best judgment and common sense of what you're going to use for a container, okay? So the first thing to do is we're going to talk a little bit about safety, okay? If I'm away from a horse, okay, the horse might be sleeping at the hitch grill. I'm going to make sure I call the horse. Hey, Kip, how you doing? So that way the horse hears me and wakes up before I even approach the horse, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in at a safe angle from the horse. I'm going to come in at a 45. A lot of horses, what they try to do is they try to smell you, okay? Or lick you in this case, okay? Because you have a lot of scent glands right here. I'd rather have them smell here than underneath here because you probably have touched a lot of things, okay? Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to this 45-degree angle from the horse, and I'm just going to rub the horse and let them know that I'm coming, okay? So that's the first safety point. Because if I'm standing here at 45, the horse can't lunge at me, can't kick at me, can't cow kick me back there. It's hard for a horse to attack me if I'm sitting here. Okay, next thing for safety. Don't ever go in front of a horse next to the portal wall that you got a horse tied up, okay? You can get ran into. It's a no situation. There has been cases where people have died by getting hit by a horse because of bee sting, and the horse slammed into the person going in between. Just one of them incidents, okay? So the first thing I do is I grab my currying comb, okay? Now these currying combs are rubber, and some of them are made with little sharp angles on it, or they got little nubs like this one. It's very kind of soft, but this is designed for taking mud off a horse or taking dirt that's down at the skin of a horse and bringing it up to the surface of the hair, okay? And you just go in a circle. If you're a big fan of Karate the Kid, you'll know wax on, wax off. Well, it's the same thing you kind of do with the curry comb. So I'm just going to go around in a circle. And what I'm doing is I'm bringing the dirt to the surface of the hair from the skin, okay? And I'm just going around circles. This horse ain't bad. And I'm trying not to hit where there's no hair at, or it's very thin, okay? I'll use a stiffer brush for them areas. And I'm just going around circles. Now, if I want to, for safety, I'm going to use my right hand for antennas to touch, let the horse know I'm coming back that direction. Plus, I can feel if the horse is about ready to do something, okay? So I always use my other hand as antenna. Let them know that I'm coming, okay? Till I run out of space. You can tell this horse ain't bad. And I'm just grooming, just grooming. Yeah. And what I like to do too is when I'm grooming, I'm looking to see if there's any injury sites. I'm looking to see if there's any body eggs on the eggs. Looking for any ticks I might have to take care of, okay? All right, once I'm done on one side, I gotta do the other side. Now there's two ways to go around a horse for safety. One is go extremely wide out of kick range, so I don't get kicked, okay? So this is one way to get to the other side. The other way is I'm gonna go very close to the horse. The closer I get to the horse ain't gonna be able to kick far, okay? If I get a middle range, it's gonna do full extension and kick me, and I don't want that, and I don't want that to happen to you, okay? So to do the other side, I'm gonna take my hand, let the horse know I'm coming, bring my hand to the other side so the horse can see, okay? On the other side, switching sides of the brain. I'm coming close to the horse so I'm touching. Voila, I'm on the other side. And I'm gonna go, hi Kip, I'm gonna go back to rubbing my circles. Kip don't have a care in the world. Oh, where you going, buddy? I'm gonna grab my horse, bring him back over here. He just wanted to change sides for you, ladies and gentlemen, so you can see this side getting done too. Okay, he's a smart horse. Ain't that right, Kip? All right, so we're there. Get it underneath their cinch areas or girth, depending on what you call it. So there's no irritant. And I'm just going around the circle. Get to the point of shoulder. Looking for anything on the legs. Okay. If I get a lot of hair because it is shedding season, I already did a video on it. I just pick it out. Okay, but if you want to know how to de-shed your horse, I already got a video posted on it. Check it out. Okay. Come here. Down the leg. Okay. Once I feel like I'm confident of bringing the dirt from the skin all the way up, going circular motion, what I'm going to do next is grab this brush. It's called a dandy brush, okay? A dandy brush is very stiff bristles on it, okay? And when I use it, okay, the good ones will have these straps on it, so if you're a weak-hander, you got injury or arthritis, it doesn't go falling off, okay? But I like to use these like I'm pushing a broom. You're going to push and sweep, push and sweep. I'm going to do the same thing with my hand, okay? Now, what I don't advise is coming up with your brush, I mean, here at Magic 45 and just, okay, on the horse, all right? So you got to remember the horse when it was first born, the first thing he felt was his mother's mouth coming up and licking all the wetness off. You all right, buddy? You're going to lick off all the wetness off. So I want to do the same thing with this brush. I'm going to come up here, okay? You smell me? Good. I'm going to take my brush, I'm going to come at an angle, and I'm going to sweep it off, just like this. Just like this. And you can see the dirt's flying off, okay? Good boy. And I'm just sweeping, just like a push broom, okay? Point shoulder. I'm up here. Notice I'm not doing his face, okay? We got a different brush for that. You can just see that dirt flying. So you can tell this is working. Once again, I should be able to touch from nose hairs to tail hairs. Boy. Okay, basically what I try to do is like kind of like go like a car wash. Go from one direction then back to the other direction. That way I don't miss it, nothing, okay? Now if I want to do a power grooming, I'm going to use 2 stiff brushes. And I'm going to power groom them, okay? So this is an option if they're really dirty. I like to do this with students so they learn to use their left hand and right hand, because most humans are one hand dominant more than the other. So this is a technique to develop skill and coordination with both hands. Okay, so let's call it power grooming. And the horse doesn't mind. Once again, you can see with the action, I'm going for the edge of my brush and cleaning. Okay. What's up, buddy? All right. So once I get done with one side, I'm going to go with the other. Once again, bring my antenna, come in close. Now I'm on this side. And I clean this side, okay? Boom, magically fast forward, I'm done with this side, okay? Once I'm done with the dandy brush and the stiff bristles, okay, or bristles, excuse me, I go to a soft brush, okay? So this one, if I take the dandy brush, it's very, very stiff, okay? This one's here is very soft. I don't mind it, okay? If I don't mind it, the horse isn't going to mind it, okay? Now I'm going to show you a trick too. If you get a lot of hair inside your brush, grab a metal curry comb and just run it down the brush, okay? That'll get rid of that hair, like that. And like I said, when it's shedding time, it's a boot slapping time, let me tell you, okay? All right, so now I'm going to take my good brush, and I'm going to come up to the horse, hi Kip, okay? And I'm just going to do the same thing. Final product. I got my hand on here, once again, as an antenna, but also to feel if there's going to be any changes back here behind me, because I'm working forward, okay? Now I'm going to switch over here. Always got a hand on the horse so the horse knows where I'm at. And this brush, I don't mind getting up to the face, okay? But for safety, if I'm going to do the head, a lot of times I'll untie the horse, because a lot of times when you go for their face, they're going to do this number, okay? This horse ain't too bad. I'm going to make sure I'm not standing in front of the horse. This is why I adjusted myself. Look at that horse about ready to go sleep on me. Okay, this feels good because it's soft Russell brush, okay? Good. I'm going to switch sides here. Change eyes, good. Now I'm on this side. Notice I don't have my fingers coiled around the horse. I got it figured out here. And I'm just brushing. I have to stand in front of the horse here. Good. Okay, once I'm done with that, I'm going to go to the other side, okay? I'm going to tie the horse back up. Okay, now I'm on this side. And I've already showed you how to do the other side, so you're going to have the gist of how to do this side, okay? Now if I want to, I can bring my hands to the antenna. Once I'm here, this point nose coming, bring this hand back so I can feel if something happens back there. And you always try to go with the grain with these brushes, okay? So if the hair lays this way, I'm going with it, okay? This hair goes up this way, I'm going to try to go with it. I'm angling my brush and going, okay? Now I'm coming over this side. Once again, I'm checking for ticks, looking for any injuries, anything, any swelling, anything while I'm grooming, okay? Once I'm done with that, okay, and I feel like there's still dirt around the face and the brush ain't getting it, I can grab a towel, wet it down, and then I can stroke around the face of the horse, okay? I don't see that need right now with this horse. This brush did just fine, okay? Now, next thing to do on grooming is we normally work on brushing out the mane and the tail, okay? So, first thing I like to do is I like to get these, you can use a comb like this, or you can use a brush. I personally kind of like the brush a little bit better, okay? Up to you. Once again, I'm not going to tell you what item to use. I'm just doing recommendations here, okay? Now, some horses' manes lay flat over this, or it may lay on the other side. Biggest thing is when I'm working on a tail, I'm going to stand off to the side. Don't stand directly behind a horse. You might get kicked. So what I like to do is bring the horse's tail off to the side, and I'll start from the bottom, and I kind of pinch it, so that way I'm not pulling the tail hairs out. Now, if you hear that crazy sound, and there's a lot of knots in here, you got a thing called a detangler. I don't care if it's Cowboy Magic or another brand, okay? But a lot of times you can put that in there to help not pull out the hairs so much of the tail, get rid of knots, because it's just a detangler, okay? And we just stick it in there. And I'm looking for any burrs, looking for anything that's going to drive this horse bonkers, okay? So I already started down the bottom. There's a piece of grass, so I'm going to remove it. And I'm just going to work this tail. I'm going to do this side first. Long strokes. You can see this horse has got a beautiful tail. So you got some people taking good care of this horse. And Kip loves it, you can tell. Okay? Now I'm going to flip the tail to this side. And I'm going to look. Just like such. Okay? Now notice I can touch from nose hairs, because I did earlier, the tail hairs here. Okay? Alright, once I'm done with that side, I'm going to go do the other side, which is the mane. Once again, I'm going to go wide this time, because I've already showed you how to go near. He's being an escape artist, and a camera person is going to come to this side. Okay, once again, I'm at this Magic 45, say spot, and I'm just going to start down the bottom. I can use Cowboy Magic on this too if I want, or any type of tangler. I can put my hand underneath if I feel I need to. And get rid of any of the grass, okay? A lot of times you'll have knots tied in here from the wind blowing. They call them fairy stirrups, okay? So basically, the story goes, a fairy jumps on top of the neck, puts her feet in the stirrups, and they ride away with your horse during night times, okay? It's an old wives' tale, but it's still a cool one, okay? So once again, once I go to the top of the head, I can untie the horse for safety if I want. Bring the horse's head down, okay? I just work on the foretop, just like such, okay? Once I'm done with that part of the mane and the tail, I'm going to pick out the horse's feet, okay? Now, to pick out the horse's feet, we're going to present a video to you to show you how to do that, but that's the last thing I do for grooming, okay? That's the basics of it, so you can tell the reasons why we did it, how we did it, and you can do a lot more in the future with different tools, but that's the basics for working and grooming a horse, okay? I appreciate you watching this video. I hope you got more education now, because education is the solution, and you are the solution for your horse. Thank you for watching. Hit like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. Take care now. Bye.